Hey everyone, Brian from Workshop Addict, and today let's take a look at Ridgid's new Gen5X 18V Brushless Belt Sander. This is model number R86065B, and it takes a 3 by 18 inch belt and has an adjustable no-load speed of 400 to 935 feet per minute. Now, if you're using a belt sander, you're using it to remove material, be it metal, wood, or some sort of finish, including paint, and this unit works pretty well at that. Now there is some different compromises that you're going to make with it being battery powered, and we'll go through that in a little bit. But while using this, we found that it is very comparable to the same or new belt sanders on the market that are corded. It is mostly plastic, which is a huge change from the 40-year-old belt sander that I have in my toolbox. It is much lighter, and in some cases it's light enough that you actually feel like you have to push down on the belt sander a little bit to get it to work. I think that's a difference between old school and new school here, but everything here, while albeit plastic, is pretty durable. The one thing that stuck out to us here is the adjustment knob for where your belt is going to lie on the rollers, and this knob seemed like it kind of stuck out a little bit, but we pounded it on some wood pretty hard to make sure that it wasn't just going to break off, and we actually bent over some of the wood, and this button or this knob still looks like new. The air collection system on here, Ridgid calls their air guard technology. Now it does pretty well on collecting dust, but with that said, it's going to do a little bit better if you have a full flat surface that's running the full belt over. It's fair. It does do better when the bag's empty. As the bag gets full, it collects a lot less. Now if you're using this over a long period of time, you do start to get some warm air coming out of the vents here. Those seem to be right around your handles, and it could be the fact that this adjustable handle in front is in the all the way down position. Now that's another thing to bring up the adjustable handle. You have to remove a set screw completely to move it to its 3 positions. But with that said, this thing liked to chew up some batteries. We were using it with a 4.0 amp hour battery, and we drained it in 5 minutes. We were able to get a 5.0 amp hour battery to go between 9 and 10 minutes. And that's just us using it on pine on 2x12s, trying to kind of take a little bit of the warp out of it, just messing around. Now we did get 13 to 14 minutes where we were using it to just taper some of the sheet goods that we had on the edges to make sure that they weren't going to puncture or poke anything when we were moving them around. So it's going to depend on your use as far as battery time, but in heavy use, I think you're going to see an average of about 10 minutes. So let's take a walk around this unit and show you exactly what it does. Starting on the right side of the unit, just forward of the trigger, is your adjustable speed control. This is where you can adjust this unit from 400 to 935 feet per minute. Just forward of that is your front handle, and there is the set screw that you can remove to choose from the 3 different positions to make this fit you the best. Down by the belt is a quick release lever to remove the belt and put on a new belt for sanding. Very simple to use. And if you look at the front of this unit, it is very flat. So if you want to come up against another piece that's sitting there, there's nothing that's going to stop you from getting really close to that next piece. The right side of the belt sander holds the belt tracking knob, which does stick out a little bit, but we've pounded that up against some wood and it seemed to hold up pretty well. There is an onboard tool for adjusting your forward handle, and then it holds most of the venting system for the motor in the air guard or dust bag. This is an 1.25 inch dust collection here, and as we said, in use, this bag works good, especially when it's empty. It seems to collect quite a bit. At the same point, hooking it up to a vacuum or a dust collection system would help out a lot. Ridgid has this belt sander priced at $149 at Home Depot for the bare tool. Now, if you're going to get into this unit, you're going to have to already be invested in Ridgid's 18-volt line. And with that said, I believe that you should probably be invested in Ridgid's 5.0 amp hour battery. The 4.0 amp hour battery, while it works, gives you approximately 5 minutes of actual runtime on a larger piece of stock. So if you're going to get into this, this tool is going to work for short periods of time. I would count on it for a solid 10 minutes of whatever you're going to do. Put it down, charge your battery back up, and move on. If you're going to use this for something that is going to be used for a long period of time, larger removal of material like a full door or something like that, you're going to want to stay corded at this point in time. Now, I'm not saying this is a bad unit, I'm just saying for the job site, if you have longer periods of use or need for this, this isn't here yet. If you're gonna use it in your shop, it's probably perfect. Not too many people need a belt sander for much more than 10 minutes inside a shop. There are a lot of other tools that are on the market that can do the same thing, maybe with a little bit more accuracy. So with that said, I think kudos goes out to Ridgid for putting this unit together. It is solid, everything works well on it, and it does have the power that one would need to complete just about any job. If you'd like to discuss this tool more, stop by WorkshopAddict.com. We have a blog and a forum. Also follow us on social media. We had this guy out. We were using it in a lot of different situations, showing you guys what it did, what we liked about it, what we didn't like about it. Also give us a like and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for your time, guys. Have a great day.